City nearly 2 years ago. And by doing so, you may help others who are still struggling to recover.
And you know who put this together is 2 local high school students, sophomores. They've launched this new app where you can put in your feedback here, and this is all going to help. So we have Raina, Parikh, and Tracy here, and they're the ones who created this app. We're so excited to have you. We also have Katie McConnell from the organization that they've teamed up with, Children at Risk. And so you ladies put this together on your own time as part of something that you wanted to help in the future. So tell us a little bit about what the app does.
So our app right now allows children to share their stories from Hurricane Harvey, as well as read other stories from Hurricane Harvey, creating a kind of therapeutic environment. We also have a survey that children can take for children at risk to gather information. And for help during another disaster, we have a shelters page. And for after the disaster, we have donation with many different items you can donate, as well as the donation centers.
And how intriguing that you came up with code. You came up with the idea. You made this happen. How did this come about? Because that is very technical, and there is a lot involved to create an app.
Yeah, so in 8th grade, we joined a girls' coding club at our school, and this allowed us to participate in the Technovation Challenge, which is a competition that encourages girls to code apps that can positively influence the community. And that was in 2017 when Hurricane Harvey had just hit hundreds of communities and damaged thousands of homes, and it hit our own home, Houston, and we experienced firsthand the damage that Harvey had brought, so we felt inspired to create an app that would address these issues.
So impressive.
I mean, and you're sophomores. I just want to remind everybody. So, Katie, when we're talking about children at risk, and this is a way for like kids, hit them where they live, right? With an app, with the phone, to tell their stories, because maybe it's something that they're still dealing with emotionally, and they don't feel comfortable talking to an adult face to face.
That's absolutely right. And what we know, what research shows us, is that it usually takes about a year for signs of things like PTSD to kick in. So we're only a year into that like mental recovery phase for many kids. So this is just another resource available to help get kids through this time.
Any kind of feedback that you're hearing from people who've said, you know what, this has helped me? Have you heard from anyone?
We've had actually had stories from over 25 different locations around Houston. Right. And so we know others are reading the stories on our app, so we're hoping that helps.
And you hope it'll continue by doing things like this and getting the word out. Talk more about how Children at Risk is involved and about a big summit that you have coming up next week.
Sure. So next Tuesday, we are having our Hurricane Harvey 2 years after the storm summit, where we are bringing together a bunch of community stakeholders to talk about where we are now in the recovery process. We have representatives from the city of Houston, from the state legislature, from some of our local nonprofit organizations to highlight the work that has been done, as well as what still needs to be done.
Now, here's the thing about the app, is that it's free to download. It's available on your app store. What's the name of it that we should search for?
It's called Say Stories About You.
Say Stories About You. Well, that's easy to remember because it's about you. Okay, so that's a free download. That's where you can make a contribution if you want. You can share your story, and you can also celebrate Girls Who Code.
Yes, please. I need to give you a standing O for that one. I'm so impressed again with you.
Thank you.
And I hope that you get a ton of people at the summit and that this really makes a big difference in young lives.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you to the Girls Who Code for coming up with this. Appreciate it.
Next, television and movie star J.B. Smoove is in